I rush the draft and rush again because that last one was poop. You probably lose your little self trying to move how I move.
You saying that I'm a bitch, well come and show me the proof. This ain't no stock, this is stick hanging out of the tube. I'm about a bag, I can show you how to jug it and move. My inner circle locked in, we ain't taking recruits.
My circle all goons, we winning, we don't know how to lose. And if you slip, you getting 8. I ain't talking about food, I'm missing some screws. I'm about to leave some.
What's good, y'all? It's your main man Deykwon, and I'm back with another video for y'all. And in this video, we're gonna be talking about the best park lineup guaranteed. And I know you already see me at the 2. I usually play the big man, but in this lineup, nah. Now what this lineup is allowing not only our teammates to do, but us to do, is use our builds at their full potential. This year more than ever, ISO has been the main source of points and just way to win for those high skilled players, and that's really only due to the big shooting buff from this year and the defense changes. It's way easier to win that way, and it only makes sense. Past years there would be a lineup like this, but the big man, the inside big man at the 3. However, I'm gonna be showing y'all why the inside at the 2 is much more forgiving. Now in this video we got a bunch of gameplays. I'm gonna be breaking down just every aspect of why this lineup is so good in the park. And mind you, I am saying park, I didn't get to see too many experiences against really those comp lineups. Against them, it probably wouldn't affect them no more than your regular guard, lock, big lineup. And that's because this lineup takes advantage of almost every single park player inside of 2K22. And if you're wondering how, and that's because again, we're a 6'8 big man at the 2 spot. I'm running a pick and roll with my guard, and there's another guard on me. The only way for them to switch the big man on me is for them to communicate that, and 9 out of 10 times people are not on the mic. And mind you, the player that I am, and this could be for any other person with my build, but I'm an automatic bucket when it comes to being in the paint. I'm gonna get a 2 on you almost every single time, and put a guard on me, it's a wrap. But me driving to the paint all over again, my guard passing to me all over again, that's gonna cause the big man to have to help and just get even more 3s. And we're getting rebounds because again, I'm a big man down there in the paint with these little ass guards. But on the tippy top of that, you have to worry about my point guard who averages 10 points, who's getting a 3 basically almost every single time. And remember how I said in the beginning, we're using our builds at their full potential, not only the offense but the defense as well. Now as a guard, you're just a little body, you do what you can, but as a big man, that's the spot where you have to have the best defense on the court. If there's a pass that's thrown your way, it's gonna be thrown your way. Think about it, you're a big man, you're playing the middle of the court. If someone cuts, you got to be on that. If someone tries to get open for a 3 or something off ball, you got to be on that. And then on top of that, you have to defend the paint. And there's usually only one big man on the court, but right here there's 2. This dude was like 7 foot 6'11", big body. Add me 6'8", bro. What are you doing on defense? Y'all see in all these games, we're outscoring them 20. They have like 5 points. They're finishing with a couple points. You feel me? And I'm not saying you're not able to do this with other lineups, but we have to think about other lineups that are considered good. Well, for one, play shot, P-lock, and then paint beast. Even add glass cleaner in that. There's only one big man compared to us where we have 2 big men, still the same amount of shooters, but longer arms and even better defense inside. And then you cannot forget about the permanent mismatch that's going on, that's adding another layer of difficulty. Now we already know how play shots work, how glass cleaners work. This dude's a glass cleaner lockdown, but same thing. We know how these builds work, we know how they function on teams, but what about my role on the team? Now if you already know how we play, you already know how we play. But for this lineup, our job is basically to be just a menace, be just that gravitational pull on the court. And you can really see that in these clips right here. Look, I drive just a little bit with that slash and take. Big man's already out the paint. Now I released a video a couple weeks ago talking about how to streak up, and that's what we did right here. But in that video, there was 4 things I stated that you need to streak up. 1, a main scorer. 2, a threat at the 3. 3, a threat at the 2. And then 4, you need 3-point defense against the other team. And what 3-point defense is basically on ball and then off ball, which is the passing lanes. Boom. Both of those covered. I can guard on ball. We got the passing lanes down. I'm the 2-point threat. We got high level 3-point shooters. With me being that gravitational pull, it's going to get them even more open. And then the main scorer being our point guard. But you can't forget that we can score a little bit here and there too. And that's going to make the offense just that much more deadly. Now with this lineup, we did end up going on like a 10 or something streak. Didn't lose a game though. The way we hopped off the court is we just wasn't getting games. But let me show y'all how we got to be, our origin story before we got to the lineup. Now I was playing with the same point guard and then another guard against the center, and they had some pretty good guards. Now off rip, you're gonna be able to see that me and the point guard, the chemistry just wasn't there all the way. Now it really wasn't any of our faults entirely, plus people don't really click on the first game, but a big part of it was the reason that there's 2 guards on the team. Automatically guards, they want the ball and they're just used to having the ball. They're not used to having to space the floor, and that's what you're gonna see in this game. Dudes do not space the floor. I made a whole video about this shit, but that's not really the only thing. You also got to keep in mind that guards are not really catch and shoot players. You pass it to a guard, chances are they're gonna dribble that bitch out and then shoot that hoe. But look, I was over here getting horsed by this dude. I was like, okay, but y'all seen in the beginning us 2 combined though, and I'll actually show y'all how I knew this dude was kind of a good player. Look, I wait for him to jump. I thought he's gonna jump again, but he delays his jump, waits for me, and I was like, okay, this man got patience. Then I get the rebound, pump fake again. That works on like 95% of players. And then on top of that, we're in the paint, and y'all know how the paint defense is in this game. So I was like, okay, we might have a challenge right here. But that didn't stop me from going in the paint, bro. We know people gonna jump. We gonna take advantage of every little situation we got. And from then on, we was kind of going crazy. And remember how I said about the guard situation, the spacing on the floor, just them not being able to space the floor really didn't allow them to really show off what they could do. Like, I could have passed to that dude, but more than likely we'd probably just be watching him dribble for 20 seconds and then we'd be getting a scrap ass bucket just because the spacing again. And look at this dude, he got me jumping now, and then it was just like a battle back and forth. And another way that kind of showed me this dude was kind of a good center was the patience he had. You see how he grabbed the rebound and then held it for a little bit. Big men thrive on the fast break. If you get a rebound as a big man, you either pass that bitch immediately because that's when people are open, or if you know how to handle that bitch, then you take that bitch up. Now if you don't know how to do any of those, then you should just be waiting until your designated point guard comes up for the ball. You feel me? But now look, this dude over here shooting earlys and shit. The game is close game, 15-18. Score jumps up to 17-18. They score a little bit, and since that chemistry isn't developed as much as it was when we were streaking, the pass does come a little late. It comes, but it's a little late. Pause. And once again, our teammate is not spacing the floor. If you're not in the corner, it's very hard to tell if someone is open. So if you are at that 2 spot and you can shoot, please stand in the corner, even a 3 spot like we seen our big man do. But the man eventually hops off, thankfully, the 1 guard. And then from the grace of God, we got the most perfect park lineup probably in the game, especially for people who just met. But I did respect this big man a lot. Look for him off the rip, bow. I feel like it's much easier for me to respect a big man than a guard. A guard is just doing what he's supposed to do, trying to do what he's trying to do. He's trying to score. Is he trying to look for you? Not really. But as a big man, to be a good big man, it requires a lot more discipline, just like we've seen in the beginning, whether it be that paint defense, that passing lane defense, or just discipline of just sitting in the corner. And to me, just sitting in the corner is more respectable than running around or just sitting there like these guards be doing. But off the rip, you could see how the chemistry was not fully built yet. You can see this man is trying to set screens, and honestly, setting screens is kind of a default as a center. You just meet people, you don't know how the offense is going to work. Usually if there's an inside on the court, then they should be assigned to set screens compared to a shooter who can shoot, who could be spacing the floor at that time. Now he does figure this out and he does start spacing the floor, like we obviously go on a streak. But look at how much smoother the offense is running. Look at how much more space our point guard has, just because we have a bigger center that's willing to sit in the corner. And it doesn't matter if he's a center or anything, just someone who's willing to sit in the corner. But him being a center is also drawing out the big man, which is giving our point guard more space. And it just goes back to show how we started streaking up. Like, just take a look at this possession right here and just how clean it looks. He does miss a shot right here, but look, he's able to be wide open. I'm able to get the rebound, and then our teammate is just right there at the top of the key, sitting pretty, hitting them threes to end the game. And really, just that's all it is to it, man. If you have any other different types of lineups that you think would compete against this, leave it in the comment section. Or if you just think this one would compete against like an ISO or something. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and